this lure is really good, and honestly, I think I've been wrong about it. Oh my gosh, hybrid hunter. First cast with the hybrid hunter. I was not ready for that. Oh, it's gonna be hot, oh my gosh. Holy cow, my rod tip just got throttled. Windy bank, there's one. Yes sir, feels big. Oh, he has one hook, why? Why do they have to do this to me? But Tyler, how on earth have you been wrong about the hybrid hunter? Let's talk about it. Another giant. Look at that, y'all. I can't believe what I just caught. Yes! Okay, so this lure right here is called the Strike King Hybrid Hunter. As you can see, it is a shallow diving crankbait. There's a few things that make this crankbait special. We'll talk about those here in a second, but I really feel like the time of the year I have committed to throwing this lure isn't necessarily wrong. Matter of fact, it actually works really well. I just haven't thrown it nearly as much as I should, and that's a mistake. But what exactly makes the Hybrid Hunter special is the L-shaped bill on the front, as you can see there, and the buoyancy of this bait. This crankbait floats incredibly fast, which allows you to fish it effectively in the sense that you can make cast after cast after cast and hardly ever get snagged. I have fished this thing around wood, around rock, and of course, where it's designed to be thrown in East Texas grass, some thick hydrilla grass edges and grass mats. This thing is a fantastic grass crankbait. Now you may think, Tyler, a crankbait around grass, that sounds like a disaster. Well, if you haven't watched my Hybrid Hunter Masterclass, you're missing out. I will leave that one linked down in the video description. I go over exactly how this thing gets through grass so well. Matter of fact, better than the standard grass crankbait being a lipless crankbait. This thing, just the way that it's built, the buoyancy, it works so well around grass, and that's why I've loved throwing it, especially where I live in Texas. We've got a ton of grass in our local lakes, and so from December through, I'd say early March, at least where I live in North Texas, the grass fishing can be fantastic, and this crankbait is one of my favorites. But you see, I've only really fished this crankbait, or at least committed to throwing it, in the late winter to springtime when the grass is growing. From when it dies off in the fall, winter, it is growing back, forming good edges, forming good grass flats. I just haven't really thrown it much in the fall, and I think that's a huge mistake, because as the grass dies, the fish will use the grass, they'll use the edges, they'll use the growth or the death in almost the same way that I hadn't really thought of before. And it, to me, now sounds like common sense. Well, duh, Tyler, the fish are going to use the grass in the spring and the fall the same way. I just had never really committed to throwing it until recently, and I've been missing out. This thing is getting me tons of bites. And I think that's because of two main reasons. I've kind of already discussed them in this video, and that is the buoyancy of this bait and the fact that it can just be fished in such an effective way. And the buoyancy almost allows every cast to be quicker. So what that means is that, let's say I'm cranking a square bill crankbait, and it floats like this in the water column. If I'm cranking and I hit a piece of wood and I pause the retrieve, I have to wait a few seconds for my square bill to kind of float high enough to feel comfortable retrieving it again. With the Hybrid Hunter, I don't. I'm cranking, feel something pause, crank again, and it gets right over the top of that, almost like your crankbait is a worm that you're getting up and over a laydown, up and over a rock pile. The Hybrid Hunter just does that a lot faster than any other reaction bait, especially when fish have seen a lot of the same reaction baits in your ponds and lakes all throughout the spring, summer, and fall. I'm talking your spinnerbaits, your vibrating jigs, maybe your paddle tail swim baits. All of those on the pause sink in the water column. And so if you're trying to pause it around a grass edge, or you rip it out of some grass, it's gonna fall back down. This bait does not fall down. Matter of fact, it goes up faster than any other lure I've ever thrown. And I think when it comes to the fall time, the fish just haven't seen that in a long time. And so whether it's the bait fish chasing mentality they are in, or the fact they just want to see something new, something that triggers them into eating, a Hybrid Hunter, even though I haven't thrown it as much as I should, it works. And in the fall time when I'm making this video, oftentimes fish can be so spread out, they are moving from one location to the next. Even within your small ponds, they can be on one corner one day and the other corner the next day. Fishing as fast as you can, I would say on average, is a better way to just get more bites. Fishing fast is hardly ever the way to catch a bigger fish, but if the fish are really spread out, you just want to cover water really fast, really effectively, and the Hybrid Hunter, more than a spinnerbait, more than a chatterbait, and yes, more than any other shallow diving crankbait, allows me to cover water water very effectively, and I need to throw this thing more and more. And honestly, the main purpose of this video is not just to talk about the hybrid hunter, it's kind of to encourage you maybe to throw lures that you don't often throw during this time of the year, that maybe are just springtime or just summer lures for you. Maybe give those a shot on your local bodies of water, because they may work a lot better than you think. Stop writing off the stuff that didn't used to work or only works during certain times of the year. You'll notice I'm holding glide baits now. I've really just thought glide baits are a good late winter, early spring, kind of post-spawn when the bass are feeding up on big bluegill, the bluegill spawn, the gizzard shad spawn. But really, glide baits have also worked fantastic for me just this fall alone, and I can't wait to throw them all the way through the wintertime. Although the scaled up series has kind of forced me to throw them, but I found, even though I'm being forced to do it, they work so well. So as much as I'm making this video to challenge myself to throw new lures, I'm also challenging you guys as well this fall to maybe fish stuff you don't have nearly as much confidence in or you think doesn't work. Now, the hybrid hunter, it does work this time of the year, and I was wrong to not be throwing it. Let's get on the water in the Native Slayer LTE and catch the bass. Oh, big one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like a 4 or 5 pounder. Just came up and swiped at it and totally missed it. Oh my goodness. Come on, buddy. Come back for it. I don't know if y'all could see that or not. Oh, I almost started the video with the dang 5 pounder on the glide bait. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Sitting in a little grass patch in this corner here. Came up out of the grass and nabbed it, but somehow missed the hooks. I'm gonna put the glide bait up for now. I will pick it up again, I promise. Especially after seeing me get a bite on one. All right, speed laps, tackle time. Tackle is rigged. Hybrid hunter on this rod. I'll show you the color on it here in a second. For the finesse rod, I actually went with a Nico rig as opposed to a shaky head. That way, if there are some shallow fish, I'm ready to take the Nico weight out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hybrid hunter. First cast with the hybrid hunter. Dang 2 pounder. Holy smokes. I was not ready for that. Whoa. Get in here. Get in here. Got him. Oh, chunky fish to start on the chrome blueback hybrid hunter. That is awesome. Hybrid hunter junior, my favorite shallow grass crankbait. Oh my gosh, I gotta get an Instagram story of this fella real quick. That is awesome. I was not expecting to catch one that quickly, and I really hope this is not a false flag sign that I shouldn't be following. But if that's how they're gonna eat a hybrid hunter on the edge of the grass, not gonna have any complaints. All right, see ya later. Yeah, you're not gonna find me complaining about that one bit. I just love a hybrid hunter, one of my favorite crankbaits out there, especially around aquatic vegetation. There's no better crankbait. We all thought for the longest time, oh, it's a lipless crankbait, you know, red eye shad, Lucky Craft LV. I know up in California. Oh my gosh, I had another bite. Dude, this corner might be loaded. Lipless cranks are good for grass, and don't get me wrong, they are, especially deeper grass. But man, for shallow grass, the way this thing rips out and hunts side to side, I mean, it's called a hybrid hunter. It truly does hunt quite well, side to side. And it's not just a grass crankbait. It works well around shallow rock. I caught a 10 pounder on a red hybrid hunter in an uncut on the main channel, back when uncuts were on the main channel. Yep, there's one. There's one. There's one. Oh my gosh. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm not joking you. 10 pounder, 10 pounder, 10 pounder. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Whoa. 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 Dude, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Holy cow. Dude, that's a 10 no doubt. I don't know how big this is. Holy Moses. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh my gosh, holy cow. I do think it's gonna work today, given that we just had 2 bites and 2 casts, so I like that. Like it a lot. I wanted to come to this lake though because I saw when I came here about a month ago and just kind of parked at the ramp that it had so much grass. So I was kind of expecting, that's why I planned to come here in the afternoon, I was expecting a cheese fest. What I mean by that is all the aquatic vegetation is matted up and it's kind of died off on the top, so it's formed a dead canopy, and frogging and punching can really work well doing that. And I'm not seeing any gnats at all. So I'm not sure if the city sprayed or what the deal is here, because I'm not seeing a dang blade of grass that's topped out, besides like really shallow, and that there's not going to be a bass up there. Like the drone shot you're seeing right now, matter of fact, is the bank that used to have just topped out grass no more than a month ago, and now it's really sparse. You can tell there's a lot of open sand in between those grass stalks. So kind of had to change my strategy, my strategery, as W said. But man, if I can crank around a hybrid hunter, that's fun too. You crank it down, give it some pauses, some jerks. When you feel the grass, you rip it out. I'm gonna go down the dam. Nothing happens. I'm gonna blaze my way back up, fish this pocket again, and then go down the calm side, because obviously a big one flashed at my glide, and I caught one and lost one. So they're in the calm water. I don't have to be in the wind, but wind can definitely be your friend here in the fall. It's the one crankbait I will fish on braid. I don't fish any other cranks on braid. Oh my goodness. Did y'all see my rod tip there? Slow-mo, actually I can't slow-mo, I'm filming in 30. Replay of that real quick. All right, now you're hearing the on-body microphone. So the wind's pushing a little more. Man, and I'm tempted to throw my spinnerbait. My spinnerbait, my spinnerbait. I see Taylor over there is fishing a piece of structure that I wanted to get to, but I think he's beat me to it. You're seeing it on the drone right now. It is a old dock that has a bunch of old wood pilings sticking in the water. Obviously they didn't think it. Oh my gosh, I got one. Hybrid hunter, feels nice. No! Ah! Fish took me right into my pedal drive. Got off, son of a gun. All right, back to the drone shot. They are old pilings. I didn't feel the need to take them out of the water, so now they're structure. But I like that we're getting bites. This is kind of surprising, given the time of the day, but maybe the grass is dying off on the surface just enough that all these fish got pushed kind of to the flats and the edges. It could be worse, could be hot. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, my rod tip just got throttled. These fish are hitting the crankbait, but I don't know if it's going too fast for them or what the deal is. They're not getting hooked. So maybe that's where the spinnerbait comes in. I can keep it just as weedless, if not more so, than the hybrid hunter. There's one, yes. Oh, he got off again. Oh my goodness. As I was saying, you can cover a lot more water. You can make 2 casts to every one you can with a spinnerbait. Darn it. All right, well, you know what? That's a lot of bites to no fish landed on the hybrid hunter, so I'm gonna give that a break. Get the spinnerbait out, fish a little slower. Oh my gosh, a fish just busted on shad right here. Man, the way of fishing a spinnerbait and a crankbait are so different. I'm gonna commit to this for a few minutes, but my confidence is for sure in the crankbait. Oh, everything in me wants to get back to the crankbait. I'm not vibing with the spinnerbait, man. The vibes are so low. They're high on the crankbait. Just feeling it pop off the grass. Testing the windy bank. There's one. Yes, sir, feels big. Feels big on the crankbait. Feels big on the crankbait. I like it. Yes, sir, big one. Get in here. Oh, he has one hook. Why? Why do they have to do this to me? Why does he have to do this? And I brought no net today. Brought a Dumbo. Come on, get in here. Get in here, yes sir. Okay, not a giant, but a Bonafide keeper. That's a 2.5 pushing 3 pounder. I'd say 2 3/4. And look at the hook he had, chest mount angle. Look at that. Although it kind of looks like it was in a nice gummy area. So let me see. Yeah, he wasn't getting off. Heck yeah. Gosh, they're getting fat in this lake. Love it. 16 incher, 16 and a half, super fat. Thank you, buddy. All right, spinnerbait be darned. Hybrid hunter is what I'm doing today. Hope y'all are okay with that. Hybrid hunter on the edge of the grass, man. I love it. You know, I told you guys that I'm fishing today during a tough time of the day, but maybe this is actually the better time of the day given that we just had a cold front blow through. Maybe the morning bite would not be good because the fish are still kind of chilled out, but they've had enough time to warm up. The bait fish has gotten moving. That's how it is in the winter. I'm never morning fishing in the winter. If I want to catch a bunch of fish. If I want to catch a giant, yes, I'm morning fishing. Just trying to catch numbers, I always go in the afternoon. And maybe we've got a good fall, shallow afternoon bite. Ew, we got all the gunk on the water. That's all from lake turnover. That's from the oxygen flipping from the shallow to the deep. Spreads the fish out a whole lot. Kind of explains sometimes why they'll get ultra shallow, because at least the water's stirred up and there's some oxygen there. Yeah, whenever you see that floating gunk in the fall, you know the lake's turning over. And every pond and lake turns over. There's nothing that's immune from that. The turnover just might affect the fish a lot or hardly at all. In just the few minutes I fished it. Okay, yeah, my square bill is for sure running funny. Need to bend it back. There we go. Let's see now. Gotta stand up to really see where it's going. Okay, we're running right again. Oh my gosh. First cast since retuning my crankbait. Is it big? I don't think so. No, it's not. It is not large, but it's a bass. That was cool. Hey, we caught one. Tuned my crankbait and got a bass. And that right there looks like one that would hook me. So I gotta be real careful here. I do have a pair of pliers, but you know me, not gonna use them. Love it. Little dude. Cool. There was a little patch of grass out there that I can't lie, I wouldn't have known was there without live scope. But I didn't see a fish on it. I'm not scoping, I'm just using it in a more efficient way than I would use side scan to help me understand what's down there. And yeah, there's a little grass out there. How about that? Makes me wonder if I wasn't catching them down this bank because they weren't there or because my crankbait wasn't running right. I'll tell you something though, I've cast into the wind a bunch of times and hardly gotten any backlashes. And this is, it's not even like I'm throwing like a reel by Lew's that has like a good, like one of our best braking systems. It's just a well-built reel, the new Lew's Excel. I have the Excel RX that has the Paramag RX braking system. I'll be using that in some videos here soon, but man, just a standard Excel reel. I think it's like 80 bucks. The Excel line, just a little behind the scenes for y'all, is what's replacing the Speed Spool line in terms of the price point. So Speed Spool and the reels associated with that name are moving to the 120 to 180 lineup, you know, the one piece aluminum type reels. And the Excel is now like the budget point. But they're nice, I like them. And this is the Excel combo. So that's a dang good price for a combo. I will leave it linked down below. Just a standard 7-foot medium. Good for small crankbaits like this, small spinnerbaits, small topwaters, Texas rigs, as long as you're not going like 3/4 ounce, ½ ounce. I would not throw a jig on this rod, probably. I just like my jigs to be, I like to give them the business, you know? I like having a medium heavy or a heavy rod. Thwack! Let's get out of here. Nope, never mind. All right, I can't lie, I scoped that one. I did in the face. He was an open water fish and I cranked it over his face. Don't get me hooked, please. Don't get me hooked, please. Got him. Nice. Skinny one. The skinny ones are out in the middle. Get out of here. I want fat ones. I want a fat bass. And he wouldn't even go 2 pounds. He doesn't count. Got him. Got him. There we go. Gosh, there's some dang fish out here on this hump. They are not large. They are, as we say here on the channel, single scoop bass. It's what you get at the ice cream shop. Is one scoop bass. But they're fun. Yeah, I found the dang grass clump that I caught them on. It's like beautiful right here. Sitting in 6 foot of water. Coming all the way to the surface, got bluegill all around it. Yeah, just caught it right here. Oh, and the grass is healthy. Yes, that's That's where they were. There's one. There's one. Absolutely smoked it. Absolutely smoked the heck out of it. And it's a 2-pounder, folks. That is gonna count towards my best 5. Get in here. He's a skinny son of a gun. Oh my goodness. And you know what? He might not even go 2 pounds. He might be dang, yeah, he's not 2 pounds. Good grief. He is skinny, and he does require, he requires the pliers. He's got 2 hooks under his chin. That's a dangerous area. Yeah, he's not 2 pounds. Absolutely should be though. He's just skin and bones. Come on, Hunter. Start hunting some bigger ones, please. I really don't want this video to peter out. It started off so hot. Now it's just kind of dead. Maybe the windy side was the better side. It's starting to have downs now. There we go. Yep, I didn't think so. Didn't think so. There we go. Get in here. Get in here, baby. You are not big, but I caught one in already fished water. Let's go. That'll boost your confidence right there. And that one's fat. Look at that bass. Holy cow, Chunkosaurus. This guy has been eaten up. Thank you, Mr. Hybrid, Mr. Hunter, Mr. Hunter Eater. Chunky bass. Doesn't count for my limit, but he's a chunker. Not really finding any pattern, just kind of random. You caught any? By the old what? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Giant. Yes. Get him in here. Big old fish right there. Hey, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. Single scoop. Thank you, buddy. See ya. Well, good luck to you.